Plaintiff Ontario Staley dated the defendant, and he claims they're in court today because the defendant had him falsely arrested on a domestic violence charge. Ontario says he recently discovered the defendant was prostituting herself on the internet, and he has her advertisements to prove it. Ontario's suing his ex-girlfriend for an illegal eviction and a bail bond. Defendant Charlene Graham admits that she used to prostitute herself on the internet, but insists she hasn't done that in years. Charlene claims Ontario cheated on her several times, including once with his witness, and she's countersuing for damaged property and an assault.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
All right, sir. The reason that we're here today is because the defendant had me falsely arrested for a domestic violence case. She's also I found out later that she's been prostituting herself on the internet. I have proof of that right now.
While
lying.
Serving as your girlfriend?
Yes, sir.
Lying.
I found out.
How'd you find out?
So I went on the internet. Those are the postings that I found. Those different those postings that I found on the internet shows where she was looking for
sexy pets. Thick diamond.
I've also highlighted the areas that's showing her interest, what she was into, what she was looking for on those pages.
I'm sexy and thick in all the right places. Bi-curious, bisexual, female, looking for friends with benefits. I'm caramel complected, cute in the face, thick in the waist, big booty. Now don't get me wrong, I love me some big and fat, but also love some hot, tight, fat. Ma'am, you want to respond to this?
You know what? He bringing up old news. When was the last time I logged into that page?
I don't know how to answer questions. You're the one on trial. Did you do it or not?
Yes.
How long were you all together?
We were together for close to 4 years.
Tell me about that. When did you all start dating, and tell me the nature of your relationship?
We began dating when I was 19 years old. He was 35. This man is 15 years older than me.
You didn't know that?
Yes, he did.
I said you didn't know when
Yes, I did.
Go ahead.
Yes, I did. This man took advantage of me the whole time.
How?
He cheated on me with numerous of females, including his witness.
Your Honor.
Okay.
I put that on the internet because Mr. Staley kept cheating on me, and he restricted sex, so I restricted sex from him, and so I was looking for something. I guess you can say I was trying to find myself at that point.
Have you found yourself yet?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So are you really like you described? Have you found that to be true about yourself?
Yes, sir.
She's going to be busy.
You say she's going to be busy. This is a lot of work, huh? All right. Go ahead, sir. You want to get back to the arrest?
Yes, sir. I actually like to give a little history since she was stating what she stated. We got together in 2006. Everything was fine till after she had our son. At that point in time, she felt she can go out and start partying. She started getting with her sisters, going out. She would come home. She would get on the phone talking to her friends about how she got so drunk that she had to be carried home or whatnot. I letting her have her fun because I'm already, as she stated, I was 35 at the time. I've already done that. I wasn't trying to restrict her from having her fun. I would tell her, go have fun. I got the kids. No, I didn't tell her to have that kind of fun, no. That's not the kind of, let's get that straight now, Judge.
Were you able to benefit from any of the things she was offering to other men? Were you privileged to this activity at some point?
No,
bi-curious, bisexual, looking for friends?
I never enjoyed that part of it. I didn't get to see any of that.
That's why you're suing.
I wish I could sue for that part, but I'm more so worried about the money that I'm out of right now.
All right. So I got both of your points. So let's get back to the arrest.
What happened was in May of 2009, as I stated, she was with several different men. She would leave for days at a time. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it'd be weeks at a time. She wouldn't return phone calls or anything. I wouldn't know where she was. On the date of May of 2009, when she came home, I was due to be at work at 2:30 in the morning. Miss Graham came walking in the house around 2:20 that morning. We got into a verbal argument at that point. She said, if you don't like what I'm doing, you can get your and get out. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go get my kids and I'm gonna leave then. So I went to get my son. That's when she grabbed me, trying to prevent me from getting to the back.
That's a lie.
Let him finish.
I'm trying to break away from her. We fall to the floor. I guess that's when she cut her lip. I get to the back, get my son, take him out to my car and put him in the car. At this time, I noticed she's standing at the top of the stairs on the phone yelling at 911 that my baby daddy trying to kidnap my son. I guess the operator on the other end told her that, well, if that's the kid's father, it's not kidnapping, it's parenting. So she said, well, in that case, then he just tried to choke me out. So then I guess that provoked the officers to come out. I was arrested that morning for assault. They asked her if she wanted a temporary restraining order and asked for medical attention. She denied both of them.
That's a lie.
And told the officers that, she told the officers I was a good dad. But she just wanted me arrested at that point. I went to jail. My pastor had to post bail for me that day. I have the records right here showing where I had to post bail.
So why didn't you get your bail money back? You're suing for it today.
Yes, sir.
You're suing for it today, but when you post bail, you get it back at the end of the trial.
I went through a bail bonds company, and we're actually still paying on it.
I got you. You're right. Ma'am, how do you want to describe the legal Well, tell me about the incident, and then we'll get to what happened with the legal process.
Okay. I returned home March 18, 2009. Mr. Staley had the doors wide open where I can walk in, and he came out of one of the rooms. Where have you been? And I told him I was with one of my friends. He was like, you're lying because you've been cheating and you smell like another man and woo woo woo. And when I didn't give him the answers that he wanted, this man, he rushed me. He slammed me to the floor. He choked me. He pinned my hands to my body where I could not move my hands. He got on top of me and he choked me, slapping me in the face. All the while, his pit bull is in the room. I did not fight back because I feared that his pit bull would attack me. I had to faint to get this man off of me. Probably like 2 minutes after the fact, he got off of me. I told him he can pack his belongings and he can leave. So he grabbed our son we have in common, and he got him dressed, and he neglected to put our son in a car seat because I was holding the car seat. And he neglected to put my child in a seatbelt. He then left, and I was on the phone with the operator, not the operator, but the dispatcher. I was like, okay, this man is driving recklessly, and my son don't have on a seatbelt, nor is he in a car seat.
This is the police, so let me understand. You had been beaten to a pulp. No, this is funny because I'm hoping that he didn't do this. You had been beaten to a pulp, slammed to the floor, choked.
Yes,
not
sir.
Funny, folks, because
yes,
it could be true, but it's not making sense that if all that happened to you, your most important concern when you call the police is that my son doesn't have a seatbelt on. Right, no. You should laugh.
No.
That part is funny.
No.
And since you laughing, I'm not stopping anybody else from laughing. You laughing at it yourself. I am curious though about this cut lip. Tell me about your lip, how that was cut. I didn't hear that.
Okay.
He admitted your lip was cut. You didn't say that at all.
Because I don't know how my lip got cut. All I know is
Let's
this.
Move on,
I'm not sure.
Let's get to the illegal eviction.
As I stated, when she's going out around November 31st, she had been gone.
Of 09?
Of 09, yes, sir. She had been gone for a week at that point.
That's a lie.
I had been with the kids the whole time. When she came home, we got into another altercation at that point. I left and went over a friend of my house just to cool off. I came home, the door locks had been changed on the house. I couldn't get in. I finally caught her in the house. She said, the locks had changed. You've been taken off my Section 8 case. You're not on here. If you come back, I'm gonna call the cops.
Let me hear from you, ma'am.
I got to my house one night with my brothers to come check my mail. Once again, my house is open, lights and stuff are on, and I just go change the locks. Right then and there, I just go change the locks.
All right, what made you think you could change locks without getting a court order? All right, let's go to your counterclaim because you cannot. Property damage and pain and suffering. What property damage?
My wall. Mr. Staley punched a hole in my wall. Okay. His dog ate the frame of my door, and I'm countersuing.
What else?
And pain and suffering.
Pain and suffering from the assault?
Yes.
All right, sir. What do you want to tell me about this damage to the apartment?
First of all, the damage, Your Honor, I don't know what she's talking about. I didn't even see that. Every time I got upset, I would try to leave.
You have any evidence of damage?
Yes, sir.
Let's see it. And the dog chewing the door. Do you know anything about that?
Actually, Your Honor, I don't know what she's talking about on my dog chewing the wall.
Do you have any evidence that the dog chewed the door?
Yes, I do. And this
Here's
is
the wall. And the pain and suffering for how much you looking for?
I'm looking for $500.
All right. With regard to the illegal eviction, in which you're asking for $2,500, I believe you are due that. She certainly illegally evicted you by changing the locks without a court order. With regard to your incarceration, what you would have to prove today, sir, is that she maliciously called the police on you without cause, meaning there was absolutely no reason she should have called the police. And you admit that there was a struggle between the two of you, fight. Whoever caused it, who knows? But the fact is, if there is a fight and someone's lip is busted, the police, when they come, they're gonna lock someone up. So she legitimately called the police. She did what she was supposed to do. Police, come, I'm scared, break it up. Whether she hit you first or not, whatever the case, you should have called, she should have called, someone should have called, and she rightfully called. So I'm gonna dismiss your claim for the bail bond. Ma'am, with regard to yours, I do believe he damaged the property. I believe his dog ate the door. He tried to play crazy about this hole in the wall. And I see the hole in the wall, and you can't tell me you didn't know what it was from. This big hole in the wall at a place you all shared, you're going to know what it's from. Today you tell me you don't know. I know. It came from you damaging it in some way. Ma'am, you want $500 for the pain and suffering?
Yes, sir.
Well, your lip was busted, but we don't know how. We don't know whether you fell. We don't know who started the fight. Mm-hmm. So that's what you would have to convince me, that you were a victim and that you did nothing and that he wasn't doing it to defend himself. So I'll grant you for the damage to the property, less $491, subtract that from his $2,500. $2,009 is your judgment, sir. Have a good day.
I mean, it's what the judge had to say. The judge had to say, I got what I wanted. I got what I came for. The rest of it will be taken care of later. I hope she has fun, but I am coming for my kids. That's all I want.
He ain't got a case. He ain't got a chance.